For a whole year, this my friend ghosted me, blocked me in every angle. See, I
But
shed,
why
I
did she
cried.
come?
Why did
The
I say?
camera makes us live different lives.
Yes.
Like now, so I compose, be like love later.
Oh, so like I need to reach out. Let me tell this girl, look, you should have known me. That egg that really, really came to spoil the friendship between me and this girl.
For myself, you know when we said let's do this video, I'm like, let's go outside.
Yeah. Do you know there was a day I told her, look, I'm done with this friendship. God will give me wisdom. Amen. But let's pray for wisdom.
I already prayed before calling.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Real Life with Didi. Special guest on my channel, nobody else but.
Hi everyone, my name is Prudence Pinoko, and I'm here on Didi's channel. Such a delight to be
honestly,
here.
really a delight, and thank you for doing this.
My
with
pleasure.
Me. All right, so you guys know the drill already, so let's just go into the story. Hi, Didi was feeling unsettled and wanted to talk to someone about it. Then just remembered your series and decided to write to you. My name is Miss S. I have a few friends, but I've known this my friend for about 8 years from university till now. We are besties, in fact, much closer than any other friends. But lately there is distance. It started little by little, and since I'm the one that always reaches out first, I kept that energy and kept reaching out, and she just responds calmly. I can swear I didn't do anything to her, not that I know about. Reached out a couple more times and decided to chicken out. Then I found out she was seeing someone and then plans to japa and leave the country. I feel so hurt and rejected and sad. I mean, we were besties. Is this how female friendships turn sour? Abi, am I missing out on something? I need to know how this friendship thing works, Jerry. I can say she ghosted me, and with the way I'm feeling, I'm not reaching out anymore. Ask your community about their female friendships and how I should go about it if I make another friend, or I should just stay on my own. Ooh. Thanks for listening, and I'll be reading the comments. So that is our story for today, basically on female friendship. And apart from this story, right, we are going to be touching, some little things that we really don't talk about as women and people that get into all this kind of friendship with people. Say, what do you think really happened to that friendship?
Let me speak from my own experience. I like to speak from experience.
Yeah. Let's go.
So I think the unspoken expectations is what happens to friendship. Recently, before we moved, I was speaking with an old friend, which we fell off. And it was the fact that I didn't communicate what I wanted at the time. There are times where we feel like a person is not present. But if I don't tell you how I want you to be present for me, if you don't know how to be there for me, you can't be there for me. Just like in marriage, when we say, oh, my spouse is not doing this, my spouse is not doing that, are you communicating? And that's how it happens with, real life friendship. If I haven't communicated to this person what I'm expecting of them, and then I expect them to do it because I think that the person is a magician, there's going to be wahala.
Yeah.
So that's where ghosting comes. And some of us are not confrontational, which I feel like at times it's a bit of, I don't know how this person is going to take it.
Yeah.
And also you don't want to come off as, too confrontational, and you don't also want to hurt the other person's feeling. And then we end up being hurt, and then the person misreads the whole. So it's more of misunderstanding and things that are not trashed out. So if you don't trash things, and I'm big on, if anyone comes to me regards, this person has done this to me, this person, I'm like, have you asked the person? Have you told the person? Women are more like, we like to
silent.
We like to talk behind and not talk in front. And I'm also big on, whatever you can say to me, don't say behind me.
Yeah. For me, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah, whatever you can say, in front of me,
don't say behind
don't say behind me. Yeah. So we chicken out on hard conversations. So Didi, this is what I want from our friendship.
Okay.
If I want to be your friend, I should be open enough to say, this is what I want. If I can't do that, meaning I can't be your friend, meaning you can't be my friend. So if a relationship is not going to serve us in any way because we can't be ourselves to communicate, to an extent, then why do you want to be friends with that person? Why do you want to be in a relationship with that person? So this whole situation is did you ask the person? Did you talk to the person? Because many times in our own head, like me, I can act movie in my head. My husband says they tired from me, like, this girl, I'm tired. if you do, why did you drop this cup like this? I don't think maybe you drop this cup
because
you want to see what I can do.
Yeah.
You are daring me, you know.
Yeah.
So we are very, very how do I put it now? We play things in our head a lot. So sometimes it's not that deep.
Yeah. Oh, honestly.
Sometimes it's not that deep.
It's not.
Recently, I was having a conversation with someone. I'm like, but I was talking about you. I'm like, okay, before I had my YouTube manager class, I'm like, I want to take, classes. I want to do this. And she's like, oh, Didi does this. I'm like, I don't really know the kind of friendship I have with Didi yet.
Okay.
To come to Didi to say, oh, Didi, because I don't want to come off as I'm coming to
Take
lean up,
advantage or something.
of the room, whatever relationship we have.
Yeah.
I don't want to come off as, oh, I'm trying to lean on you because I want to get off
Something,
you.
yeah.
So I think that before, that's how I think. We must have gotten to a level of understanding. There are people that I can just go to their DM and say, oh, more, I like this CBO. You understand? But I'm getting to know you as well. If I come off that way, you'll be like, what this one, no one bleach. So, yeah, so most times it's all in our head.
Yeah.
And when you now reach out to me, I'm saying, Didi, okay. A few days ago, then I got sent me a message. She's like, Poo, let's do a video. We're going to do a video in the next couple of days.
You see?
And I'm like, I was telling my husband, I say, it's all in my
head. Yeah.
Most times it's all in our head.
Yeah.
It's all in our head.
Yeah.
And it's all about perspective. It's all about how you, and most times it's also our hearts. Because we have had a lot of, and these are baggages that we carry. Then they follow us, they go anywhere.
Talking about that, I'm going to share something.
Baggages that we carry. Baggages from maybe past friendships,
yeah.
For me, back in school, I had friends who, I feel like they were just there to take from me. So, by the time I now realize that thing, I started building, a few days ago, the Holy Spirit was calling me out that, Prudence, you're being selfish. You're saying you want friends, you're not letting people into your space. That's why I started telling myself intentionally, I started to become more,
a bit outgoing.
Let me put myself. You know when we said let's do this video, I'm like, let's go outside.
Yeah. I mean, it was a challenge for me too. I was like, okay, let's do it.
Let's go outside. Stop hiding yourself.
Yeah.
Stop mix up with people, because if you don't mix up with people, you don't even know.
You won't even know them. You won't know them.
You won't even know yourself.
Yeah, even
people
you.
expose you to you.
True.
So the thing is, it's all in our head.
Actually it is.
It's all in our head.
And it's sad that she feels this way, and she feels like she can just block it off and not have a communication with this person.
You should.
And I also understand where she's coming from, because if I were in her shoes, I think that's where I would react. Now let me tell you why.
I'll go talk.
Because I think that is where we're a bit different. So for me,
I'm learning to talk.
I think I used to be that person that used to snub. No, not snub. So we could be friends today, and after like a week or a month or 2 years, maybe you did something to me, I will not come and tell you, see what you did to me. I'll just ghost you.
But not bad character.
I know.
I used to do it too. I'm repenting.
So this thing I used to do when I was in secondary school. So do you know, it's funny that there's a girl up to now, I feel so pained. I feel like anytime I remember, I feel like flogging myself. There's a girl in my secondary school that we ghosted. I think I ghosted her because it was in my character.
You ghosted me.
I ghosted her.
I didn't even look at it that I was ghosting.
Do you know, there was a day I went on Facebook, I was searching this girl. I remember her name, but I can't even remember her surname to be able to search for her, because that's how I felt so bad. I was like, I can't even remember what made me ghost her. That's how stupid it appeared.
You lose good people like that. I have lost this
people.
Person is my teacher. This person, I'm telling you, she's my teacher. And the Holy Spirit just kept telling me, Prudence, you have to repair this. It's you.
Yeah.
It's not this person. It's you. It's
your
bad character.
It's you. It's me.
It's your bad character.
Me.
And many times, a lot of us, we used to look at ourselves like, I'm so perfect.
Nah lie. Yay! It's a lie.
I'm so perfect. But when you begin to mix up with people,
you realize.
When she told me what I did, I'm like,
I didn't mean it that way.
And funny enough, that was not the intention, but that was what it was.
That's what it was.
That was what it was. So that is it.
So when it comes to friendship, right? These are the things I'm learning, and I think I'm learning it now. I am one person that can stay indoors for the whole year. I won't socialize with anybody. You see, that's why I tell people on Instagram that I'm an introvert, but they don't even when I post it like that, they'll be like, the camera
makes us live different lives.
Yes. So I think on camera, I could be all bubbly.
Yeah.
But outside the camera, I want to be indoors. I want to stay on my own. I might not even chat that friend up to say, oh, how are you? And sometimes they will just send me a message and be like, oh, you've forgotten me. You can't even say hello. And I start, that's when it dawns on me that, oh my goodness, what kind of human being are you?
Man.
So I am that person. But I am beginning to learn that this life, you can't do this life alone.
And
right?
God doesn't actually want us to do life alone.
You can't do it alone, and people are not perfect, so don't have too much expectations from people.
And sometimes we expect people to be like us.
They can't be like us.
And
so that is where this thing you talked about opening up to know people, opening up to get to really, maybe like we are hanging out now. One way or the other, I'm going to take something back home about you,
of course.
And then I'll be like, okay, Prudence is actually like this. But if we didn't hang out, I wouldn't know. So that way, and it will be it will all be in my head. So that way, I am beginning to, give people benefit of doubt. So there was a time, that was 2 years ago, when I intentionally told myself I want to mix up. Even in Nigeria, I just have one friend. And she's still my best friend till today. And to be honest, I don't know how you keep asking. I ask myself, even my husband will be like, how are you even maintaining this friendship? Because the you I know. The you I know. And it's so funny that we just flow, we just click.
But that's it.
And I feel like sometimes I tell myself this girl swallows a lot of my shit because I know I have a lot of flaws.
But that's what friendship is about.
So, but not recently, 2 years ago, I intentionally told myself I was going to open up and maybe meet people from church, from around here. You know how UK can be lonely now. So I opened up, and unfortunately there was a bad egg. So that's why I always feel like when friendship goes beyond two people,
it becomes wahala.
You could have a bad egg that will either spoil that. So I still have. Thank God we're still very good friends, but there was a bad egg that really, really came to spoil the friendship between me and this girl. Like me and this girl were like sisters. Like I could tell her anything. So she was becoming that friend I had in Nigeria until this person came in through her and then got to know me. And it was almost like I opened my door to her, and then she came and started saying all sorts of things about me to this person. So that thing kind of
women are
I'm telling you, for a whole year, this my friend ghosted me, blocked me in every angle. See, I cried. That's the thing. So I saw myself in her because I told myself, me, few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, this is how I would react, but I wouldn't react like that again because I cried, babe. I cried. My husband was like, hey,
you know that female friendship, when there's hot, it's more painful than
I cried.
Even husband and wife.
I regretted. I was like, why did I should have just kept
staying on my own.
But it taught me a lot of things about trying to, because I'm one person, I don't communicate when it comes to female friendship. I don't. So I think that was one friendship I actually communicated, because after a while, thank God, because we became family friends. So imagine where the two families became like this instead of like this as it used to be. So I luckily somebody mediated, and then I found my way to her, because personally I would not reach out. Do you understand? That's to show you how hot I felt. And I felt like I needed to talk and tell her, look, let me even know where the problem is coming from, because I didn't even know what the problem was. But I only heard that this was said. Do you understand? So I found her, we talked. In fact, I think that was the beginning of my growing up, because after we talked, even she realized, because my question to her was, why didn't you tell me this happened? Because I feel like we had gone past that stage. We're close enough for you to trust me with the things you told me, and me, I trusted you with the things I shared with you. So I expected you to even
because if
be
there's
like,
no more vulnerability in friendship, it's no longer friendship.
It's not exactly. So I said, why? Because that's the only part I'm gonna fall to. You don't let people come and tell you things about someone you claim is your friend. If that's the case, then ask her, okay, why am I hearing this? What's happening? Why is it?
I don't call me out.
Yes, call me out. Tell me all my flaws, and I will either apologize or adjust if I actually did it, and then we'll grow from there.
Giving grace.
We talked about everything. In fact, she opened my eyes to a lot of things, and to be honest, I think in as much as we are back to the way we used to be, there's still that thing that you are
trying to hold back. I beg,
because in me, I don't want to hurt her again. I don't want to.
So you're being overly careful.
Exactly. So that is one thing I feel like if there's a way to avoid
avoid
it. I've experienced a lot back in Nigeria that really made me build a lot of fence. And I don't think I should let that control me anymore. Do you understand? So in this lady's case now, probably something happened, because people don't ghost people for no reason.
There's always a reason.
There's always a reason. So maybe.
But how do you handle it?
Exactly. Miss S, if you've heard that she's leaving, it could be she's leaving with that grudge.
Speak to her.
Yes. She could be like me before now, that would never express how I feel, maybe how my friend has hurt me. So maybe just try and see how you can, even if it means you stalking her, like barge into her. Because if you tell her, you might tell her that you want to reach out to her and she'll ghost you. So just barge into her if you can, and just tell her, what is it? Let's talk about it. Come on, if it's something I've done, tell me to my
married,
face.
Call her husband.
Yes, if she's married, call her husband or any of the family members or anybody you can reach out to, so that at least in your heart you know that you have done what you're supposed to do. Because if you ignore her the way she's ignoring you, years to come you're going to look back and be like, this my friend, I miss her. Because you definitely miss your friend.
I swear.
Especially
when
like,
I said that the other day, I'm like, I really miss this person.
Yes.
I compose, I love later.
Oh.
And then we got talking and she's like, yes, I was wrong here. You were wrong here. You shouldn't have acted this way.
This is it.
And that's how we made up. And I realized that, Prudence, you see, you're not a perfect person.
No.
You're not a perfect person. And stop playing scenarios. I'm very analytical.
Okay.
I'm very, very analytical. Like, I can analyze things. Why is this person? I analyze things a lot.
So it's more like giving people more benefit of giving doubt.
Being gracious. That's the word. Being gracious. Okay. Because you yourself, you go see a fault. You understand? So that's
even siblings have issues. But let me also stress the fact that, just like Prudence has said, we ladies, right? We need to take our friendship serious. How do we take it serious?
Build it.
Like she said,
invest in it.
Talk about your do's and your don'ts. Talk about what you expect from each other, because sometimes you might think you guys are really that kind of close friends, but you're not actually close friends. And also learn boundaries. I think that is another thing that keeps friendship going. Learn boundaries. Like,
this is what my friend doesn't like.
There are some even as my sister is, there are some things, my two sisters, right? There are some things I can ask my other sister. There are some things I cannot ask the other one, because I feel like she will feel like I'm intruding into her space, privacy or whatever. So learn boundaries. And how do you learn these boundaries with your friends? Your boundary with Prudence might not be your boundary with the other friend. So it depends on how you guys relate. And then
and I always say this word. How have you related with this person? It's my watchword with anybody. I don't want to break my boundary. I don't want to abuse the access that I have to anybody. So I think sometimes I'm always too careful. Sometimes I wait for you to reach out to me. And then that makes people, like, I have a friend in Canada, her name is Ray. I don't know if she watches this video. Ray will tell me that, Prudence, why don't you call me? I'm more of a text person. But Ray is a call person.
I'm a text person too.
So Ray will be like, why don't you call me, Prudence? I'm like, I don't know when is the best time to call you. I don't know. And I also don't want to always reach out to you like, because this person does so and so things for me.
So that's why you're reaching out.
I also have another friend who I opened up to and told her that, see, I want to be your friend, but I don't want to be your friend with the way you came to me. They look like, I'm coming to be your friend because of what I can get from you.
God, this is our overthinking.
Overthinking and that's spirit. How I am. She told me, say, no, Prudence is not like that. So it's always learning, how do I relate with this person? How does this person see me? And there are some people that will be like, they give them the vibe when they give me. That's wrong.
The energy you get
it's wrong.
There's a new friendship I started building since last year. I learned a lot from that friendship. I was almost acting the same way I usually act with my friends, in the sense that I'll care less. Maybe in 2 months I won't even say hi, how are you? No, seriously. And God bless her. I don't know, in fact, she must watch this video, because I must share this link with her so I should go and watch it to show that I'm learning. So this babe called me out several times. I mean, privately, let me not openly, right? But she was always calling me out. Do you know, there was a day I told her, look, I'm done with this friendship. I told her, I'm telling you, because I started feeling too much pressure.
She's
to tell
putting you
me,
on your toes.
we're vibing well, but at some point, because of my own attitude, right, I would own it. It was out of my own attitude that it was like I was ignoring her. And then after some time, she'll send me a message and be like, Didi, now what for you? So you can't even say hi. I'll be like, oh, sorry, babe, I've been busy. See, you are never too busy to check up on your friend. Trust me. But that has always been my language. That has always been my excuse.
Message.
Honestly, let's just learn to do better. Let's learn to communicate our needs to our friends. Because honestly, if you don't, I don't even see how it will work, to be honest. Because your friend might do something and then you'll be like, this one's safe. And then you go and tell the other person instead of telling her, instead of calling her to order, right? For me, I think that's a deal breaker for me, because if I'm your friend, I expect whatever we discuss to stay within us.
Don't
I would never. In fact, that was what made me cry when that thing was said, because it's not me. I know that if someone does it to me, I'll feel so I could feel her pain or her disappointment or whatever. So that's why I was so like, I need to reach out. Let me tell this girl, look, you should have known me by now. I would never, especially your personal issues. I have a lot of baggage that I'm not perfect, right? So why would I go and start discussing you with somebody else? Discussing you means that I'm a perfect human being or something. So for me, that's a deal breaker, right? Your friend might not know that this is a deal breaker, and
because
then maybe
you haven't communicated.
So communicate and say, okay, now, please. Or even there are so many ways to communicate this. You don't have to say, if you tell somebody about me, then we are done. You can say,
babe,
please, whatever we say, whatever I tell you, that for me, that is a message. That's a message that whatever we discuss should always remain between us. So that's just it. So please reach out to this your amazing friend, because for you to feel sad, you need to still care about her and all that.
And if you don't care about the person, you will say it.
And it's possible that she cares about you. So please reach out and don't give up yet. So that even when she jackpot, like you're saying,
people can still be.
You can. I'm telling you. See, I'm a witness. So that friendship from Nigeria is always original. So even when she jackpot, people can still keep that your friendships. Let me just not even make this video too long, because I know that this video is going to be more than 30 minutes already.
But we've had a very good conversation.
Yes, we have. And let me know what you guys think about this situation. Share it with us in the comment section. Please, if you're hearing any noise, you can see the environment we're in. We're enjoying it actually, so please manage us like that. So what would you do if you were in Miss S situation, right? Would you reach out to her? Would you just let her go and just say, I'm done with the friendship? Or, what would you do? Let me just know. And also, have you had any experience with maybe a friend ghosting you, or you ghosting a friend?
I don't ghost.
I don't ghost again, honestly. I've passed that stage. I've passed that stage.
I don't do anything.
And I think ever since this whole chatting thing became a thing. So I think it makes it easier.
More expressive.
Yeah, so if you cannot talk to that friend, just send a message and be like, you can even start with, I'm not happy with you. Then let the friend ask you, what did I do? So let's just learn to do better. And also try to know your stand when it comes to friendship, because the way you take somebody might not be the way the person is taking you.
I've said it before.
Yeah, so that's where communication
you might be calling somebody your friend, the person will
not see you as a friend. So these are two different points as well. So thank you so much for.
My pleasure.
And please, we have a video that is coming up on her channel. Do well to check it out. See, this video is gonna be bang bang bang. All of you that used to ask me so many questions, when do you come and see? If I let me not even give you details,
I know how to drag.
She will drag words. God help me.
I'm going to ask her all the questions.
God help me. So do check out her channel. I'm gonna leave her channel name on the screen, and also it's gonna be pinned or also in the description box as well. Prudence Apinoku. And thank you so much for gracing my channel. It's really amazing to have you. And yes, Prudence is my friend. See, whether she likes it or not, anywhere she goes to, I chase her. This sit down video, na me initiate her more. So she's not even running. Now that I know the way she thinks, I go chase her. You guys see her story. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in Prudence channel. Toodles.